vintage setup, then we can go through a little bit of gameplay with that. You could tell us briefly about vintage and how that works, how many people, how long.
So vintage is it's a small game, small because the box is small. It's from a Pocket Mini range line. It's a Bruno Feduti game, so of course at some point you're gonna have to annoy other players. And it's about collecting items from a flea market. By collecting items, you're gonna have collections of same kind of items, just like phones or TVs or robots. So this is one kind of collection you can make, or you can make a collection of colored items. So for example, you can but you can try to have the max of the black ones or the blue ones. And the third type of collection you can make is the year of production, the release year. So you can try to get most of items from the 70s, the 60s, or even the 50s. So this was really cool working on that because the art is kind of fun.
Oh my God, I love it. It's beautiful. I mean, I am just attracted to bright, bold colors, so this is like totally right up my alley. And I see like the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, we are right in the middle of that. So vintage, you're gonna have your hand, and in front of you, some cards are placed face up, and it's your market. To make sure that your cards are your own and you can have them counting on the collection at the end, you have to take them from your market in front of you into your hand. So each turn, you're gonna have to first take a card from someone's market. No, sorry. No, it's not that. First, you're gonna have to take a card. Yeah, let's forget about that. You take a card from your own market, so in front of you, and you place it into your hand. So this card is secured for the end of the game. The second thing you are going to do is... I don't remember. It's a long time I didn't play. Second thing you can do is you can steal from another player market a card that you just want and place it into your own market. For example, if you are attracted by the robots here, or by the blue cards, you can take one.
So all of the robots are blue. No, it looks like robots are also orange.
Yeah, you have a green one.
So you're trying to create sets?
Yeah, in your hand. Exactly. Sets of red one or sets of robots. And something that can interest you is also the number on the card. For example, on the black TV, the 4 is the score that the card was in the end. So 4s are better than 1, for example.
So if you have a set of TVs, like she's put out there, do you get to score all of the TVs?
You score all the points you have on cards are in your hand at the end of the game, and you score for majority. So I for TVs and all of the items, there are 7 of them in the game. So maybe if you are lucky enough, 3 of them will be the majority at the end.
So you really only need 4 TVs in order to win the majority.
Yeah, and sometimes even 3 if the game is well balanced and everything. One other player is going to have 1 TV, one other is going to have 1. So maybe, usually, 3 is enough. It's a bet, but usually it works.
So a simple turn might be just to draft a card from the display, and then your turn is over, and then you just keep going around drafting these different cards.
Your turn is made of 3 actions, and I'm just getting the rules on the side, so I'm not saying something that It's not true. Just want to confirm the way times I just make up rules in my head, and they are not the right ones.
She's reading the rules. Yeah. So all of the categories will score at the end, or just the ones that you have?
All of them, all the one you have really well aligned. So first we are going to, for example, start with the colors. So all players are going to say how many cards they have, for example, in the color black. And the player who has the most black cards is going to win the 6 points. Same for blue, same for green. We go all through the colors of the game. Then we start we do the same for the items. So we are going to count robots, phones, TVs, lamps, everything. And in the end, we are going to count all the items you have that are made in the 70s, for example. This is 10 points. And if, for example, if two players have 3 items from the 70s, the player who has the oldest item is going to win the points.
Oh, okay. So it's not split evenly. It's whoever has the oldest item. That's interesting. So it might not be the point value. It might be the year. Got.
So this is it. So yeah. So your turn is 3 actions in this order. So first you can choose one item card from your market in front of you and take it into your hand. So you are sure that you have it in the end. Okay.
All right.
Then you can steal another item from someone else or take the first card of the discard pile. When you are the first player, there's no card there, but then there is a discard pile. And 3, you are going to take 2 cards from the main deck, 2 cards. You look at them. You take one for your shop, so your market, the card face up in front of you, and the other one goes to the discard pile. So this is it. Your turn, 3 actions.
So is the discard pile face down or face up if you're drafting from it?
It's face up. It's face up.
So
and then, depending on the player count, we are going to go all the way through the deck once or twice.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's a big deck.
And so you'll have a lot of cards at the end of the game.
Yeah. You have, I think, depending on what you stole and everything, you can have like 10, 11 cards, depending on the player counts. And then we count the majorities. So
that's
it's
awesome.
quick. It's fun. You can annoy other players, which is my favorite part.
That's my favorite part too.
And this
oh my
is
goodness!
Like a really
but
small box.
Does anyone else want that rocket cycle? I think we all want that rocket cycle. There's a comment from. So yeah, the art is great. The colors are bold and colorful. It really gives me that 70s vibe, the cover. It's very vintage. It's very 70s, which is pretty great. Seems very easy. Again, how many people does this play? It seems like it plays pretty quickly.
Yes, and it's from 3 to 6 players. 20 minutes.
3 to 6 players. 20 minutes. And then you play again.
Yeah.
I'll see. My problem is I get like drawn to like specific cards, things that I really like. So I'll be like, I'm going to take that no matter what it costs me. That's what I want.
And sometimes we all go for the same card. So you steal the card from another player market, and then some other player is going to steal it from you until you don't have it in your hand. It's not secured, so anyone can steal it. And sometimes, usually in the game, there's one card. It changes all the time, but there's one card that everybody wants. You don't know if they want it for the color, for the item, or for the year of release, but we are all fighting for only one card.
Yeah, we just got a comment. One board family says, it feels like a game Austin Powers would have in his collection. And I agree. Yeah, baby, yeah. Oh, man. So you said Bruno designed this game, which is great. And did he come up with this theme, or did you guys help with the theme? It's fun.
From the very beginning of, from what I remember, when we tried the first prototype, it was already this theme. So yeah, we didn't change anything. We just had to find the right artist, and I think we did. So I'm happy.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. Is there anything else that we need to know about vintage, availability, or anything else that you didn't say? We have a few minutes, so if you have anything else you'd like to talk about.
Vintage is from the Pocket Mini range, and it's going to be available like early June. And we have some new games in this line too. We have a new one called Matcha. We have a game named Seals, when you are trying to collect ancient Japanese seals. So, and the size of the box is really handy for this range because, yeah, it's small, like it's this size. And you can take it with you. It's just a deck of cards, so even for people who are traveling and that usually don't take the box, it's really easy to put in like a plastic bag. So it's small and it's not really expensive. Like the box is 10 euros in Europe, so it's almost $11 for you guys.
For sure.
So, yeah, that's cool. That's small card games that you can take with you wherever you go.
And again, next Tuesday, you launch the new Kemet game, which is a standalone game, which is exciting. So we got to look for that on Kickstarter.
Yeah,
but for Vintage and Aztec, the games we get to view today, they all look beautiful and accessible, fun for the family, plays quickly. These are all games that appeal to me for sure, as well as Kemet, which is a bigger and heavier strategy game. So you guys produce so much variety of games, and it's wonderful.
Aztec and Vintage are for the beginning of the game night, just to set the mood. And then you can get Kemet on the table. And Kemet is also like a really, really fighting game. So start like kind of smooth with Vintage or Aztec, but you have to fight a bit or at least lie or steal from other. And then you put Kemet on the table and then this is fight.
That all works very well.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and sharing these wonderful games with us, Magali from Matago. We saw Vintage and we saw Aztec, both of which Vintage will be available soon, if not already on the Geek Store. I'm not sure. I haven't looked for that one, but Aztec is available. And you should be getting all these games soon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for having me.